Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. Hope you enjoy. For anyone who's lost a large amount of weight, what is the best piece of advice you could give to someone starting out on their weight loss journey? Losing weight is not something you have to do for a few months. It requires lifestyle changes that you'll have to commit to for the rest of your life, basically. Cut out sugary drinks and replace them with water. You'd be surprised how many calories people intake in beverages alone. Also, eating more meals of smaller portions helps me. Breakfast, AM snack, lunch, PM snack, dinner, before bed snack. And my husband's dietitian told him that you can never eat too many vegetables. The guy seriously eats like 2 cuts of veggies with every main meal and has lost over 60 pounds. Slow and steady really does win the race. Speaking from experience, as someone who struggled with my yo-yo ED behavior and finally managed to just do it the right way. Start very small. Start with small changes and commit to the idea that this is a lifestyle change. You're in no hurry, and if you'll feel better and better each day if you go just one step at a time. Do not overhaul your entire way of life by suddenly never eating out, going to the gym 7 times a week, and never allowing yourself a cookie or a beer. Just make small changes, replacing certain food items here and there, and committing to 10 minutes of movement a day. Work your way up to full-on food prep and vigorous gym routines if you want, but don't bite off more than you can chew in the beginning, and consider getting a nutrition coach who can help guide you. Working Against Gravity is a great program, and they'll go at your pace. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't crash diet. Don't cut out large food groups. This won't be sustainable in the long term. Drink a lot of water and make small changes that you'll be able to maintain. For example, substituting regular soda for diet soda. My personal favorite are the iced drink, which taste nearly identical to soda, but have less than 10 calories. Or maybe choosing plain Greek yogurt over the sugar-filled ones. Eat foods that you enjoy. Don't force yourself to eat crappy food. Lose the weight through loving yourself, not hating yourself. It seems easier and faster to use negative self-talk to force yourself to not eat whatever or do so many minutes of some exercise as punishment, or to balance the scale. Find boundaries around food and fitness that include foods you like and exercise and movement that is fun, because being skinny doesn't mean anything if you are too in your own head to enjoy your life. Try to keep yourself busy. I notice whenever I eat out with friends, it's smaller portions, but in front of the TV, I could go through 1,000 calories and still feel hungry. I try to keep active either by gaming, doing some hobby stuff, or just generally making sure my hands and brain are occupied. Don't be discouraged if you hit a brick wall. Initially, you lose weight super fast, but losing fat takes a consistent calorie deficit. It will come off though in time. Don't inundate yourself with fad tips and diet advice. It's as simple as calories out, less than calories in. The rest is all snake oil salesman stuff. I personally go by a bites to calories ratio. Bread has 100 calories. A rice cake of the same size has about 40. You can get twice the satiety for the same calorie value. Stay away from juice. Even if it's unsweetened and pure, it's a waste of calories. If you were to return your juice into its constituent components, you'd probably feel stuffed from all the fruit. Cardio is not great because of the calories you burn while doing it, but for the increased calories you burn overall. A 10K run burns 700-ish calories. That's a freak ton of work for a medium-sized pasta. But the increase in base metabolic rate is where you can really cash in your chips. When I was running 10K 3 times a week, I was eating everything under the sun and still lost 10 pounds. And finally, do not eat 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Your metabolic rate slows at night, so there's a higher chance that those calories go to fat while you sleep instead of being burned to keep you alive. Loose and excess skin is going to happen. And the closer you get to your target weight, the more that skin is going to mask your loss. But more importantly, I don't know where you're from, so this might vary, get your doctor involved early on for multiple reasons. 1, they have zero qualms about telling you straight if you frig up or fall behind. They'll be the only people you can count 100% on not lying to you and won't accept any excuses. 2, there's a chance you can get loose skin removed for free, even though it's technically a cosmetic surgery. It's often offered up as an incentive for you to lose weight because you'll be less of a strain on the healthcare sector in the future, and your doctor, or even other organizations like Weight Watchers or any other like, will be better able to help you if he or she knows where you started, where you're going, and how long you've been there. Getting a doctor involved early on can save you a lot of headaches down the line. Small changes over a long period of time produce dramatic results. Don't be trying to completely flip your lifestyle on its head from day one. Say, for example, you eat a takeaway every single day. By removing the takeaways completely, you're setting yourself up for failure, as it's too dramatic a change. Instead, aim to remove 1 or 2 per week, or opt for a less energy-dense and higher nutrient-dense option. Example, Subway over pizza. Change your snacks so they're similar but can still satisfy those cravings. Instead of chocolate, go for a chocolate-flavored cereal bar or natural popcorn with a sprinkle of salt over crisps. Keep at it, even when you don't want to, especially when you don't want to. Healthy living needs to become routine, how you live your life, not something you drop in and out of. Don't be discouraged when you do plateau, which will happen several times. It's just a sign that you gotta cut your calorie intake again and or up your exercise intensity. The more weight you lose, the harder it is to lose more weight, as your body gets more efficient at using the calories. This is a good sign. It means you're getting fitter. Stress is the biggest obstacle to losing weight. It increases cortisol and insulin, which increases fat storage. Stress also triggers emotional eating, especially eating sugar. It's very difficult to lose weight before resolving stress-causing issues. Of course, this is a very complex task and every person has unique problems. There are many strategies for stress management like exercise, meditation, quitting social media, quitting caffeine, but you might need other strategies depending on your situation. There is also a big misconception that makes losing weight very difficult. You don't need to eat frequent small meals and snacks. Eating frequently actually increases insulin and fat storage. You don't have to eat frequently all day. You can eat only 1 or 2 meals without snacks every day. You don't have to eat breakfast. Fasting is now a widely advised and proven strategy. Warning from Luke Narwhal, please consult a doctor for your fasting plan before doing that on your own. Every time I've successfully lost weight, I've cut more non-water beverages out of my life and replaced them with more water. The first 2 or 3 days of cutting back on excess snacks is the hardest. Once you get through a few days of eating less, you'll have less cravings. Get yourself a treat though. I would get a dark chocolate covered raisins or nuts and just have a couple a day as my treat. Ask yourself why you gained the weight in the first place. You will probably, for most people, find it's not because you've been eating like a hungry Labrador, but an accumulation of little things, such as having fizzy drinks and not water, etc. Then list them and kill them one at a time, replacing them with good eating habits. This will slowly lose weight, but it will also retrain you into eating properly, and you will keep the weight off. Start with a fizzy drink, beat that. Go on to replacing large pasta, etc., bulking on your food with salad or vegetables. Go on to replacing the sweets, cookies, etc. you've been snacking on with more healthy alternatives. It's not about motivation. The fit people in the gym, the smiling Merles, the life coaches on YouTube, they all friggin' love exercise and will try to tell you that exercise feels good. It doesn't. It's exhausting and sweaty and it friggin' sucks. That's normal. Being happy when you're tired and sore is abnormal. This means that your exercise regime should not be dependent on how you feel. If you do that, you'll skip when you don't feel like it and struggle to maintain motivation. Working out should be seen as a chore instead. You do it because it's good for you, like brushing your teeth, whether you feel like it or not. That's how you keep at it. Get a support system. This is absolutely paramount. It is so easy to fall back into old habits or put things off. But if you have a support system, a friend or something to keep you accountable, you are much more likely to succeed. It's still going to be hard, but remove any foreseeable barriers like losing motivation because that's going to be the hardest part. Also, start slow. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. A 60-pound difference between these two photos. So glad that I pushed myself to achieve this.